Hey everyone, it's Daniel Brother Barbaras. In this next video, we're going to be setting up our WSUS or Windows Server Update Services role on our server. So let's go to Start, Server Manager. Give that a moment to load up. We'll make sure everything is green and good to go. There we are. We'll click on Manage, Add Roles and Features. Next, Role-Based or Feature-Based Installation. Next, we're going to go down here to Windows Server Update Services. We'll click Add Features. Next, we're going to uncheck the Windows Internal Database because we're using SQL Server or WID, Windows Internal Database, remove features. Next, you're going to click SQL Server Connectivity here. There we are. Now our drive is going to be on the D drive under WSUS, which we created. And then to check our connection, type in the fully qualified host name, check connection, successfully connected to server, click next, restart the destination server automatically. We're right here following along. Click yes and install. We're going to wait for that to come up and I'll be right back. Okay, and configuration required. That's what we're waiting on. Click close here. We're going to right click on start, run, type services.msc to open up our services. We're going to go scroll all the way down to the bottom to our WSUS service. Double click on that. Startup type, we're going to put automatic delayed. Click apply and then click start. Click OK and we'll close services. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click up here on this server flag. We're going to close the other task, launch post installation task. Click on that, then click on the flag and you can watch the task. And we're going to come back when it says when complete. So I'll see you in a few moments. Okay, and configuration completed. We're good there. Close that and then close Server Manager. We're going to open up the terminal. And what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, like we normally do, we're going to fix those services to make sure that they're auto and that it tries 3 times when it gets to the servicing pipe timeout. We're going to also be adding the domain admins to the WSUS administrators group so we can configure that ourselves. So copy from the end of 74 up to 68. There we go. Paste that. Press enter. We're going to go to Groups, WSUS Administrators, click Add, and then type Domain Admins, check names, OK, and OK. We can close the local user group manager. We'll type Exit here. And then we're going to open up SQL Management Studio, and we'll see our SUSDB here in a moment. Just give that a second to load up. This is where I would play the theme to Jeopardy. I'll come back when that's ready. Okay, and here we are. So we'll click Connect. We're going to go on Databases, and you'll see our SUSDB. I'm going to right-click on that, Properties, Files, Owner, SA, check names, OK. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set our file growth. So click on the 3 dots here in megabytes, 512. OK. SUSDB log here. We'll do 512 as well. And we're going to set the limit to 10 gigabytes. So 10240 megabytes. OK. And OK. We'll close SQL Server Database. Now we're going to double click this PC. We're going to go to the E drive. Database, and you'll see our SUSDB here. And then we'll go to the logs folder, just on the G drive, and you should see the SUSDB log. All right, close File Explorer. Now what we're going to do is going to go to Internet Information Services. We're going to pin that to start as well. And start IIS is right there. Click on that. What we're going to do is disable recycling and configure memory limits. These are best practices here. So if you look up at the top, Windows Server Update Services Best Practices. Okay, disables recycling and configure memory limits. you'll see what settings it wants. 2000 here. We're going to go down to our ping enabled, right? So, and the idle timeout should be set to 0. And then down at the bottom here, private memory limit and regular time interval should be set to 0 as well. Those are your best practices as it shows here. So we're going to set that up. All right. If you don't, it'll just keep recycling. Okay. So we'll expand here, go to application pools. There's our WSUS pool. Click on that. We're going to go to advanced settings. And then here we go. Our queue length. We're going to set that to 2000. Okay. Scroll down a little bit. You'll see idle timeout minutes right here, 0. Ping enabled, we're going to set that to false. We're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Private memory limit, we'll set to 0. And our regular time interval, we're going to set to 0. Click OK. We're going to expand sites. Click on the WSUS administration, expand it. And best practice says the self-update folder should be correctly installed on the default website or WSUS administration site. We have our self-update folder here, but it doesn't have the right permissions yet. So we're going to add those permissions. So let's open up our terminal. Now, currently, the owner of that is the system. So we have to actually, in order to change the permissions, we have to take ownership, but then we'll set it back to the system right there. Okay, so press enter. We're taking ownership. There we go. So we're going to go back over here. We're going to right click on the self-update folder, click edit permissions, go to the security tab, and we'll click edit, add, and we're going to copy these. iUser and network service, just like that. Check names. Okay. It's given the read and execute, read and list folder contents. This is exactly what we want, and also for the iUser. Then we're going to add the IIS iUser. So object types, service accounts, right? I'm sorry, wrong one. We're going to go to locations. Click on CMU 01 since it's local. Copy this. Paste that there. Check names. There we go. Local account. Okay. It's given it the correct permissions. Click OK. OK. And now what we'll do is we'll set the owner back to what it was. So currently, as you can see, we're the owner. All right. So we'll set this here. Paste that. Press enter. And then to get the current owner now, it's back to system. So we're good there. Click exit and we can close IIS. And that's it for setting up our WSUS. And I'll see you in the next video.